Oh, come on.
Get up. Up with you.
There we go. I still don't get why that happens from time to time. But yeah, hello everyone and welcome aboard. I'll be your Captain Hillian today, along with...
Face Mighty Lieutenant Drakir at your service, along with a cup of coffee.
And welcome back to the Dominus Collection with Castlevania Port of the Ruin. And yeah, I've changed up I've swapped out the mic source that I've been using. Not a different microphone, it's the same microphone still, just a new source with different filters on them, different audio on it. So yeah, after this I'll have to double check how all the audio is balanced. So yeah, audio might sound a bit off. Do tell me if I'm being too loud compared to the game or such. But yeah, let's continue with the game. And yeah, last time, well, we started with the game, we met Jonathan and Charlotte, as well as we found out that, yeah, there's a vampire squatting in Castlevania by the name of Bronner. And let's move over to here. There we go. And yeah, Death isn't too happy about that. Okay.
Well, I think we can understand why, yeah. Like... Yeah, imagine yourself in his position.
Yeah, but... To best describe it, Death is basically like Dracula's BFF or something, and he is not happy about some asshole showing up. Hello? Kinda forgot about you. And yeah, we're in the second portrait, or painting would be more accurate, since, well, it's not been... A portrait is more a painting of some person, not like landscapes and such. Also, Jonathan, he was just flailing his axe there, basically uselessly. Just couldn't get a hit in.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
And Hill is correct. Like, a painting, you can have a personal painting and all that. But to be a portrait, it's kind of need to be way more focused on the person, like a photograph. Are you gonna capture the face and most of the body?
Okay. Another one of those. Steel ball, a very heavy steel ball. Okay.
But also, portraits usually, majority of the times, painted of someone that is real, basically.
Yeah. That's why, actually, yeah, the Mona Lisa does count as a portrait, because there was supposedly someone posing for it. But
yeah.
Say you draw a painting of, like, Sonic or something, then technically that doesn't count as a portrait, I think. But then again, I'm hardly an art expert on the terminology and such.
Well, I get wondered, unless it could count as a portrait story-wise, so it kind of depending on the context.
If it were like a painting inside of a story, then it would still count as a portrait.
Indeed. So sometimes you will need to adapt the whole context situation.
True.
Well, I mean, the identification that requires proper context to count.
Yeah. Okay.
An accident interrupted you? What would you say?
Nothing really. Okay, I'll need to keep a note of that. Well, I'll need to make a note of that later. I think we might be able to interact with that in a bit.
Oh, that...
This thing again. Okay, which side counts as the ass? The one with the humanoid torso, or does this count as the ass here?
I'm not sure even what this creature is. I think I've seen a creature with similar name, but it was more like a alternate name for winged feathered serpents.
Okay.
But It was not really spelled like that. It was similarly spelled, but still different. Like the layout is very different. I may have
No
to look
going
this
back
up
up
later.
that way.
So nowadays when I look things up, it's usually on, well, majority of the time YouTube. I surf way less. Basically, it's less Google and more YouTube it.
Yeah, because with that you can also get video of what you're actually supposed to do and such. With words it takes a lot more work to get something across.
Yeah, and we have a point that there are many videos about things on YouTube, but still are plenty of blank spots here and there.
I still just like that the Persephones are getting vengeance with the whole vacuum thing. Okay. Oh, right, yeah, you kind of can't go uphill. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't really seem to be a... Yeah, there's no other... Ow. Okay. Let me slow down a bit before I get killed. Yeah, I was thinking there was maybe another exit in that room. Yes, let me swap those around to see that there was a corner in there that wasn't explored. Okay. Let's quickly heal up again. And try and get back up to where we were. And this time, let's not take the... Actually, before I forget, who can use those royal sandals? Okay, that's a good boost. Anything for you to equip? No. Okay. But yeah, slow and steady wins the race, as long as we don't go too slow and everything.
The coin?
Yep.
Yeah, it was gold after all.
Okay, at 12k, that is a good amount of cash.
Well, but the gold one was 100.
Yeah, but the total that we have.
Oh, alright.
Actually...
Oh yeah, now I see that now.
There we go. I think I am going to use Charlotte mostly for combat, since her spells and just how quickly we regenerate magic points are quite versatile. Because I can just do that to deal with him. Of course, that'll be more difficult in bosses, probably. But still...
Definitely. Also, they may have armor. A boulder? Yeah, the armor's not gonna do much.
There will, of course, also be moments where certain spells will be less useful. Let's stick with the fire for now. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Might need to make a time note there in case the mic picked that up. Let's see, 13 POR2, just so I don't forget which time marks we're on with it. Wait. Okay, nothing big, just my mother calling out to my father. Okay. Also, ink is in the room, but there's no need for the interference button because she's sleeping on the bed.
All right.
Okay, let's get back up here. Actually, this would be a perfect spot for Rock Riot, I think. Because it just hits all of them. Okay, yeah. Now, this time when we get over here, it's just checking the walls for any hidden stuff. This time, we don't go down the corridor. Or what would you call that on the way? Also, let me see... Yep. Okay, I can get lucky with that. Yep.
Okay. Good design in environment.
That's still
That
there.
means you needed to take in mind the environment when you cast some spells.
Yeah. We saw it with the sniper in the previous game. That's that surfaces will get in the way. Also, it's resistant to that. So let's see what happens if we max this one out. Okay, still still pretty good, but it won't hit as much. Here we go. Oop. Ruby corset. Why do I keep going to use items? Let's... Oh, that's a big boost in defense. And also some strength. Okay, that's a lucky find.
Let's see if there's any information on this thing.
Let's see. Guides, enemies, number 45. Let's see. A double-headed snake, its name means able to move in both directions. I'm not entirely... I see some part of snake, but I'm seeing more scorpion-like or something, though it has lizard feet, not scorpion legs.
Yeah, when I thought, so I was wondering, is it a lizard or is it a plant or what the heck am I? Is one of those you just end up standing and wonder, what the heck am I looking at?
Okay.
Oh,
Well, there's no genie getting out of that bottle. Okay. Nope. Hello there, big guy. You are on a crossbow armor. Okay. That's new.
okay, that looked sad the way he was just flattened to the ground.
He just deflated, quite literally and figuratively.
Yeah, but we would like, no.
Okay, there is an area to the lower right there that we haven't looked yet, but I also... Well, I get the feeling we'll need to head to the top or the middle of the pyramid. And, well, we're closer to the top than... Oop! The middle. So... Yeah, I think we'll have to go to the top to find what we need to do here. Or, well, find the boss, of course. Okay. Jonathan, just stand there for a bit.
Blue coin still just worth what is the blue coin supposed to be?
Not sure, maybe just basic steel or something?
Yes, it can be blue-ish.
Hello there. Astarte. Okay. Yep. Yep. Oh. Okay, that'll... Alright. Does that work on both characters? Okay, that's the first time that having your partner out is an actual threat, is an actual danger to you. Okay.
Okay. Isn't it designed for boss to be seen that design for to we had one thing that looked a bit odder on her.
And that be?
Her shoes. They look rather oddly
it looks like they're
modern.
sneakers. Okay,
More
what
of
does
like
that spell do?
those very thick high heel shoes that look so uncomfortable to wear. Or rather, questionable to wear.
Okay, so either she's resistant to crush damage, or blunt, or just high defense enough that... Yeah, she's just resistant to crush. Okay. I mistook that attack again. Okay, so that's a decent amount of their moveset known. They're resistant to crush, and it seems resistant to fire as well.
I think I saw something concerning. I hope I saw it wrong. Look like they tried to charm Jonathan?
Yep, that definitely did that. Go. Okay. How do you react to wind? Okay, you just take normal damage from that. Then they just... Okay, that one we can simply dodge by calling away our ally. Not sure what that attack is. Ooh. Okay, those don't seem to actually hurt us. Okay, at least she loudly announces when she's going to use Temptation. Okay, they can't use that. Okay. Need to reset things again. There. And there. Probably best if I don't immediately just fall down. And get an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, apparently a lot of what that term comes from. I recently heard he may actually be a Old Norse slang for, well, asking for marriage.
Like taking arrow to the knee. That's a meme that started because of just how much the guards would repeat that over and over.
Yeah, but it's a very old saying from way back in the day. So it does have some historic ties, and since Skyrim was rather a very Viking-inspired game, Old Norse and all that, I will not be surprised if I saw that and thought, oh, let's add that. And
yeah, those hearts do absolutely nothing to us, or to the main character, that is, or the main active character.
Are we missing something?
I'm probably overusing my spells a bit, because that is the same resource on which Jonathan is active. Beyond that, it's just mostly... Actually, how would ice work against them? Since, well, clearly a Pharaoh is supposed to be. Also, I should remember to use that as well. I think that should be able to get a good few hits in. Okay, you power up. It doesn't actually seem to do that much damage. Actually, did that just do 0 damage at all? Or 1 damage? Okay. Okay, for that one I just need to get close and duck, or just get out of its range. Okay, there. Actually, this time... There we go. Same mistake. Okay. Let's try that again.
Wait. If it flashes, does that mean you can do team attack?
Oh crap, forgot about those. How do we pull those off again? I think it was up and Y. There we go. Yep. Okay. At least I remember that one now.
Yeah, let's see if that helps.
Probably. Okay. They just took that.
But they did take a lot of damage. Hopefully.
Yep. Yeah, I just need to double jump over that. Yep. Bad timing. Oh, she literally came out the damn mural. Yep. Okay, I reflexively pressed the summon button even though they weren't on screen. Yep. What would have happened then if we were the only one at the time of the casting?
No idea.
Anyways, have your daily dose of blades. Good. Okay, just need to wait for it to recharge some. But yeah, she just came straight off that. Actually, while we wait for it to recharge, we may as well... Oh. Yep. Okay, just completely whipped all of that. But yeah, whilst we recharge with that, we may as well control Jonathan, since he is more... he has the stronger... stronger physical attacks. Anything else that deals good damage? That isn't a two-hander? Yep, there we go. Temptation defeat the start, eh?
Oh, her weakness is physical weapons, but she's resistant to magical.
Okay, that...
Basically, people were using the wrong character for this fight.
Okay, but it's... They were resistant to the Don Quixote book as well, which I'm pretty sure is crushing damage, so why... Okay. Weird. Anyways, let's swap back. And move on. Okay.
Yeah, we should probably get ready to find a save point.
Now we can head back to the previous one. There. Okay. Just quickly refill. Oh, right. Also, I almost forgot this. But yeah, I read up a bit more about Dawn of Sorrow and its story. And yeah, the thing that had... You were more correct with the whole doppelganger and Dimitri stuff than I was, because apparently when he quote-unquote died, he did... Well, of course he didn't. But instead he just latched on to Soma like a sort of spiritual parasite and jumped out of him when the opportunity presented to, well, possess the doppelganger instead and make that his new body. So that was what's going on with that.
Yeah, so I was right.
Yep. Okay, I just mistook that black cloud that he was for some sort of evil force that would, that was representing like a, yes, bad juju that would turn, you know, Soma evil if he'd gotten a second dose from Dario as well. Strength Glove, increased pushing power.
Oh, Captain, look at the character screen. It tells you what the Donkai's skills rank as. Fire.
It
has this fire symbol.
Okay, I thought it was like for a secondary set or something, but that actually, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, that does explain. Okay. This one is holy and and slash. I'm guessing you get paper cuts from it and everything. Okay, that. All right, good thing you pointed that out. I probably wouldn't have noticed that.
Yeah. I just realized I saw some icons and they looked oddly familiar. Then realized why I recognized that symbol. No, it's kind of confusing. It's the same color as weakness colors on the beasts and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Again, I only noticed that because I recognized the symbol.
There we go, deal with that.
But yeah, that explains why you did struggle.
Okay. Is that all we're supposed to be doing in here then? Am I missing something? There's still the lower right area, but, well, freaking Fleeman. Oh, another ghost. Okay, Okay, now I'm just pondering if more stars means more common or less common, because if it's less common, and we've really had extreme luck with getting those ghosts. So, I think I'm going to go with more stars being more common or something, but at least that's what it seems like at the moment.
Maybe? Oh, gold coin! Gold coin gone. No.
Get over here for a sec, Jonathan. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing that was most of what we had to do in this area, but let's go explore here before we exit.
Can I check something?
Nope. Crossbow, a ranged weapon that fires bolts. Okay. Not really sure how I see this attack being fire, though, since it's a knight charging out of the painting, not the painting, out of the book. Hello there.
Remember? And crossbow, huh?
Yep. Anything?
And I would not be surprised if all her attacks are mainly elemental. Or
it would
magical.
make sense. Hello there. Charm necklace. Let's see.
You had two of them.
Oh, we found two. Resist curses. Okay.
Okay, that's explaining why there's two.
Yeah, if we run into something that can curse, we'll... Oh, there's some shoes up there, probably for Charlotte again. And... Oh, that is everything here?
Glamorous
Okay.
pump?
Let's see. More luck, but lowers... Not too much, but it's only one... Now, 3 points of luck for... Yeah, for quite a few in everything else. Maybe something for if we try to grind for something. Gorgeous high-heeled shoes worn by celebrities. Sandals decorated with precious gems.